So the Golden State Warriors have opened up extension talks with Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson is on a $43.2 million expiring contract with the Warriors, and both sides have reportedly begun those extension talks. And I'm pretty sure right now he can. Last time he was a free agent was in 2019 off that ACL injury. He signed that 5-year, $190 million deal, and he can under current extension get paid like a max. I think almost like 200. That's not gonna happen. I personally think they're gonna give him a similar deal to the Bogdanoviches, which they both got. I think like if you do it annually, it's like 17 or 18 million dollars a year. So I think if you give him a 4-year, $72 million extension, I think everybody wins there. Klay makes 16 million a year or 17 million. What is that? Did I say 72 million? So that's 18 million dollars a year. So it could be a 64 to 72 million dollar deal. Between 16 to 18 million dollars a year is what I think. So Ramona Shelburne, who I think's ugly as fuck, said on Lowe Post, I think all the journalists on, except Malika Andrews, who sucks, are ugly as fuck in the NBA. That's just my personal take on that. Now, my understanding is that they have had an open contract extensions with Klay Thompson, and this is a slow process. This idea that he's been eligible for a while and they haven't done anything. No, they've been talking. They've exchanged proposals. There's no hurry to these discussions. The optionality goes both ways. Not necessarily he's trying to leave, but just the optionality that he didn't have a great year last year. It behooves him to have a great year this year, and he becomes more valuable if he does. They're definitely open to the idea of an extension because they've opened discussions with Klay Thompson. I think the years will probably be similar to what Draymond Green signed, which was a 4-year deal. I think it will probably be similar. I don't know where they'll land on a team option, player option. The money's going to be the question, and how that fits with the new CBA, the restriction that implies. I know the Warriors feel very strongly about keeping Klay Thompson, Draymond Green alongside Steph Curry, end quote, Ramona Shelburne said on the Lowe podcast. As we know, he signed that deal. And we know that the Warriors signed Draymond, all right, to that 4-year, $100 million deal. I actually think Draymond's more valuable than Klay Thompson because Klay can't play defense, guys. Like, I'm not saying he can't, but like, if you watched really, and also, I think Klay Thompson at this point in his career has the same worth as Buddy Hield. So if you're not willing to pay Buddy Hield, you know, over $15-20 million a year, I don't know if you'd be paying him. And like, Klay Thompson might be the second best shooter ever, but I don't think he's the second best shooter ever right now. Like, he can still hit shots from anywhere on the floor, and he still takes 11 threes a game, and he's the catch and shoot extraordinaire. He doesn't need to dribble. He doesn't need the ball in his hands, but he's also capable of having some of the worst shooting streaks ever. And yes, he has a good motor. Yes, he's a two-way player, but we probably never know how good he's gonna be at this point. Like he's never a number one option, so he was a devastating sidekick, but now he's a third option probably. Like, he's still gradually returning from pre-injury form, but he has terrible streaks, and he's not the best perimeter defender in basketball anymore. Those days are gone.